welcome back once again to Delersholid. Now, where were we? Ah yes, a goblin siege has arrived at our gates. I cannot begin to tell you how excited I've been for this, YouTube. You can see we have a goblin bowman here, who has just entered the water maze, and his compatriots are not far behind. Now hopefully these bridges are raised. We'll know soon enough. Let's get on with it. The goblins moving tentatively through the water maze trap, past our statues of screaming goblins, which I had put here for the purpose of slowing down the trolls when the trolls got in first. Usually they arrive before the main forces, but it looks like all of the trolls are up in the golden cudgel, tearing apart tables and chairs. Fine by me. And those bridges must be up. We can see a goblin here, just starting its way through the maze. This is going to be a beautiful thing, YouTube, I'm telling you. And we can see the dwarves over here just continuing on with their daily lives. This siege isn't even going to affect them. Well, other than the cleanup. And the swarm of zombies that'll pop up afterwards, but you know, no biggie. What is this, blood? Beak dog blood? From what? Well, I mean, a beak dog, of course, but I don't know why a beak dog is bleeding. Okay then, the vast majority of beak dogs and goblins are in the water maze trap already. They're less than halfway through the maze, so I'm gonna start it up. We could fit all of them in here, but I don't want to do that. I've got a few other tricks left in store for the rest. Now let's see, which of these levers did what exactly? Trap hall intake. Trap hall gates. That's what we want. So let's pull this one here. Now, please. And someone should be on their way to pull lever to close up the gates. There we are. Gates are nice and closed. All of the invaders are now stuck in the water hall. Now I'm actually going to pull another lever here just to get that maze to retract back down into the ground. Lever is pulled and the maze is retracted, allowing the goblins and beak dogs to move freely within the hall. Now then, let's take a look here. Trap hall intake. Let's pull this one. Pull the lever. Here comes Adam, lucky Miss Oshnish, to pull that lever. How excited they must feel right now. Probably not as excited as I am. Lever is pulled. Let's watch. Gugoosh. A thing of beauty, YouTube. A thing of beauty. All those drowning goblins and beak dogs. Beautiful. And our little cistern here is only about halfway empty. There's enough water in there for another charge if we wanted. The canals underneath the trap hall are filled with water. All the goblins are panicking, starting to come back as zombies. There's a few goblins in there trying in vain to attack the zombies that are already reanimating. Now let's see if we have anything left on the stairway here. That's pretty much all of the invaders, except for the trolls up in the green hall. Kind of a shame, really. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, YouTube, is drain the trap hall. Let's see if any goblins survive. I'm kind of curious. No, I don't think any are going to survive. Well, in any event, I shut off the water into the trap hall and turned on the water out of the trap hall. So it should be drained fairly shortly. I'm gonna watch these outflow canals here, make sure they're working properly. There we are. Perfect. So the trap hall should be draining right now. And I'm going to get the squads to move right here. Right outside this gate. Because we're going to have some zombies to deal with. Always fun. What a goddamn mess, huh? It still says we're under siege, too. Persistent. These trolls are having too much fun destroying tables up in the tavern, I suppose. Rat bastards. I was really hoping more invaders would survive, honestly, so someone could check out our new animal pen. I suppose I'll stop teasing you now. If you look up here, up this main staircase, we can see our animal pen right here. This is the top level right here. You can see all the hatches lead to little tunnels right here down to the main animal pen, which is now filled up with pig and dog zombies. And a whole bunch of water. I built some bridges here to keep the water and zombies out of the main staircase. And that's all connected up to a lever down in the lower fortress. Now my dwarves used these buckets here to fill up this level below through these hatches. And after it was nice and full, I threw all the pigs and dogs down there into the water. And they all drowned, turned into zombies. And whenever I want, I could pull that lever and release all of this hell down the staircase. I think it would work really well, but of course we don't have a chance to use it now, so that's a shame. One day, I suppose. Now then, let's take a look back down here at the maze. Doesn't really have that much water left in there. What do you think? Should we open it up? 1 out of 7, 2 out of 7. Yeah, there's not a lot of water left in there. Let's open her up. Trap hall gates. Pull the lever. Get ready, dwarves. This is gonna be ugly. Actually, I'm going to set up another burrow here, just in the meeting hall, so the civilian dwarves won't be in the way. I don't want anybody getting injured. There we go, some nice access to food. Other than that, everyone just sit around and behave yourselves. Don't get killed. There's a dwarf pulling the lever to the trap hall maze. Brace yourselves, dwarves. Trap hall is open. Move in, dwarves. Oh my god, I just realized how ridiculous this is. I'm a fool, YouTube. Fight, you dwarves! There's a lot of zombies in there. Whole bunch of big dog zombies, which are especially dangerous. I'm sure they got it, though. Not too worried. Fight, you beautiful, brave dwarves. For Delersholid! We have dwarves entering martial trances, goblins and beak dogs moving in droves. I don't see any wounded dwarves yet, but the corpses are piling up. I'm not talking about the dead corpses. Stay together, nobody gets separated. Very dangerous. I mean, really, there's 100+ living corpses in this room right here. I'll be very surprised if all my dwarves survive. The dwarves are fighting shoulder to shoulder with great skill. Oh, there's a dead dwarf. God damn it. Spoke too soon, YouTube. Rakust One Ear, Aslandvukrig. Rest in peace, my friend. I see a wounded dwarf, Zasset the Owlhammer. I'd say the majority of zombies are dead at this point. That might be a bit too optimistic though. The dwarves have really sped up the killing at this point. There are a few zombies left. I don't know what the hell these soldiers here were doing. Late to the show. All three of these dwarves, alehounds. I guess that's gonna about do it for the majority of them. There's still a few coming back here and there, but not many. Needless to say, I'm gonna keep the soldiers stationed in the trap hall just for now. There's a bit of an irritant here, YouTube. It seems like there's zombies stuck behind these fortifications, and I could see no good way to get them out of there safely. How you dwarves doing up here? Everyone good? Everyone's good. Still a few corpses coming back here and there. We have a few wounded dwarves over in the hospital. And while they finish mopping up the place, I'm going to send Moral's Fist up top into the green hall to take care of these damn trolls. Of which there are a ton, including the leader, Ivar, the spear troll. Keep fighting, dwarves. Let no zombies into the fortress while we watch up top. Here they come. Just one dwarf so far, taking on a troll by himself. 2 dwarves. 3 trolls have begun to die. Seemingly terrified by my dwarves' ferocity. There's a whole bunch of them running away now. The cowards. They won't get far. We have to make sure to take out the leader. We don't want him getting away. What are these trolls doing? They're all panicking. Overcome by terror. Overwhelmed by horror. Experiencing mortal fear. Huh. Bunch of cowards. We have a dwarf taking on the leader. Asmel, Gummy, Kikrostener, taking on Ivar. Go get him, Gummy. Ah, and he died. Fantastic. Let's mop up the rest. Everything is good down in the fortress. There's a few remaining trolls up in the golden cudgel, being terrified by a zombie troll. Guess I can't blame them. Solon, the dragon tamer, has withdrawn from society. Not a good time, buddy. Dwarves up top are taking care of a troll corpse down in the green hall, and have begun to move up into the golden cudgel to deal with the rest of the trolls. Okay, that's the remaining trolls. Why the hell does it say we're still under siege? I guess there's still one invader somewhere. Oh, up in the barracks, destroying armor stands, asshole. Take him out. Easy enough, and he's dead. And the siege is over. Beautiful. Good job, dwarves. I'm gonna leave Moral's Fist up top here to deal with any reanimating zombies. And I'm gonna leave these guys down here for now, just to help clean up the maze. I don't know what we're going to do about those corpses stuck behind the fortifications, or how they even got behind there in the first place. But it shouldn't be a huge problem, I'm hoping. Do you think it would be possible to close up the maze hall again, and just flush it all out with another run of water? There's an idea. I'm going to take a look here at some of these injured dwarves. Here we have Ingish, Scar of Aldecost. Got a cut on his arm, no biggie. Kivish, the Dirtbeard. Nothing too bad. Just a smashed hand. Lore Daysealing, with a title. Wow. 5 notable kills. Quite impressive. I think I'll just leave all the squads where they are for now. This seems to be working fine, and I don't want to risk any more lives. Bad enough we're down to 71 dwarves now. I'm going to take the dwarves off this tiny little burrow right here, and I'll allow them to go around the fortress grounds. Just within the lower fortress area, not up top or anything. Well, YouTube, I don't know about you, but I'd be willing to label that defense as a complete success. Beautiful work, dwarves, and the world comes closer to full balance. Now then, to deal with the mounds of rotting carcasses and the horrible stink filling up our home. Now I only have one squad stationed down in the maze hall right now, and Moral's Fist stationed up top. I think I'm going to call them back into the fortress, and I'm going to try to wash away all of that debris in the maze hall. I don't know if it's going to work. It might work. That's the hope. Anything to avoid having to clean it all up, because that's a pain in the ass. Now I'm going to take everyone off duty at the moment, turn the burrow back on to the small meeting hall one. Oh my god, why did Solon the Naturalist go berserk? YouTube? It hasn't been long enough for them to go berserk. Doesn't make any sense. Huh. Well, only one thing to do now. That's quite a shame right there, YouTube. Gonna have to take him out. Yep, that's a shame. Okay, we lost another dwarf. But you gotta do what you gotta do, right? And hey now, look at this dwarf over here. Angry. Zasset, the Iron Tamer. Zasset has been under a great deal of stress. Yeah, I think we all have been. Well, suck it up, buddy. We're gonna pull through. No worries. 70 dwarves now. Maybe a little bit of worry. Everyone to the meeting hall. Let's go. Double time, dwarves. I mean, I know water can push items around, and it can even push living things around. So the hope is that if I fill this chamber with water and just let it kind of flow out, maybe it'll push all the items through the fortifications like it did with these zombies, and I won't have to worry about cleaning anything up at all. But that's an imperfect world. I guess we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, it has become very difficult to see if there's any dwarves left in the maze hall. I don't see anything. I guess we'll have to look around just to be safe. Back to the whole naturalist going berserk thing. I'm not too sure what was up with that. They were in the middle of a strange mood, and maybe they saw an enemy or something like that, and that just happens automatically if they happen to be in a strange mood. I know it hadn't been long enough for them to go insane. I'm not too sure what's up with that. A bit bothersome. Alright, I'm pretty sure everyone is out of the maze hall now, so I'm gonna pull the lever to close it up. I don't know why there are any dwarves who are out of the meeting hall right now. It doesn't make any sense. I just saw somebody in the maze hall through the stink. But I guess I'm gonna cancel this lever being pulled. But you guys want to maybe like try to get to the meeting hall? The burrow that I currently have set up for everyone to be at? That'd be a smart idea. I mean, unless you want to be drowned with 100 goblin corpses. Okay, I just saw them leave, so I'm going to try it again. Everyone be smart. Oh, there's a goblin corpse just came out and is fighting a pig right now. Moral's Fist, get down there and take care of this goblin, please. Alright, the hall is all closed up. I guess I could turn that burrow off safely. Goblin corpse. Somebody take care of it, please. Alright, and it's dead. Anywho, we'll get that trap hall intake going again. Still way more than enough water up top in the reservoir. There we go. Let's see, I'm not sure if it's actually moving anything. Doesn't appear as if it's doing anything yet. Guess we'll wait for this hall to get filled up with water entirely. Won't be long. I mean, is it too much to hope for that I just release the water underneath and all of this stuff is just carried out into the caves so I don't have to worry about it? I know it's not going to work that way though. Oh, you know what? I never closed up the bottom outflow canals. Oops. Oh well, doesn't look to be working anyways. Guess I'll just close them back up again. Okay, and we're good. No more water coming in and all the water is draining out the bottom. Alright, not much water left in the maze hall, so I'm going to open up the gates and start cleaning. And I'll get back to you if anything interesting happens in the meantime. Uh-oh, YouTube. Here's another angry dwarf. Aban, the Cogs dwarf. I feel so good. Then what are you complaining about? Keep it together, dwarves. She's driven by a bouncing frenetic energy. She would never pass up a chance for a good fist fight. Well, you know what? I'm going to give you a nickname. Aban Snappy Vabakill. Just because you seem like, well, you know, bouncing around all over the place. Very energetic. Plus, you might snap at any second, seemingly. How about this other dwarf, Zasset? I didn't take a good look into his personality. Completely helpless in stressful situations. He often feels discouraged. A mopey fellow, seemingly. Zasset, mopey. Ulabsalon. There you go. Keep it together, dwarves. Alright, YouTube, I just shut off the burrow and I'm trying to get this cleaning started, but we've run into a problem. Dwarves keep getting interrupted by all these zombies that are stuck behind these fortifications here. Kind of an issue. I thought maybe I could have dwarves go up and get rid of those fortifications, but if they see the zombies behind them, then they get interrupted and stop the task. So, I'm thinking if I go underneath here, right here, we have these tunnels underneath the fortifications. If I have dwarves go and just kind of hack away a section of wall, I assume all the zombies will come down and try to get into the fortress. So if I station a squad out here while I'm getting rid of that wall, shouldn't be a problem. I'm thinking. And I still have Moral's fish stationed up in the green hall and the owls down in the maze. So I'm going to use the alehounds and the dirtbeards and just stick them both right here. And once they get in place, I'll get rid of those walls. Alright, we've got a few dwarves here now, so I'm going to order these walls to be destroyed. Or mined out, I suppose. The way is clear. And here come the zombies. A little nervous about this patch of water right here. Hoping it doesn't become an issue. 3 big dog zombies. Those guys can be tough customers. I'm actually going to move the squads over towards this back wall here. Well, they've spotted it and are fighting. They killed it. Here come the others. There's a civilian in the way. Alright, I believe that's it. Alright, what do we got for injuries? Rith, the tunneler.
My clothes actually rotted right off my body. I'm terribly bitter about this.
Yeah, I guess I would be too. Well, you're not injured. Who the hell got injured? I swear I saw somebody. Libash, the doctor's assistant. His arm is cut open. Both his arms are cut open. And a leg. And his hand. And his other leg. Ooh, that's not good. Well, hang in there, buddy. He is annoyed after suffering a minor injury. There's a dwarf. Alright, let's get this sealed up and do the other side. The way is clear, and I was going to change it up and send them down there to fight the things, but you know what? I guess I'm just going to keep them out here. It worked the first time. Oh my god, some of the soldiers went down there. I'm not liking this, YouTube. Let's see how it goes. Okay, everyone's fighting in this narrow little hall. They're fighting. Don't go near that water, guys. Okay, they're all dead. Good. Any injuries? Someone got a foot bit pretty good, but not too bad. Nothing to worry about. Okay, that whole situation is taken care of now. We are good. No more threats left in the fortress grounds. Very good. Very good. Now we can start cleaning. It looks like Mopey has slipped into a depression. I don't know what that means exactly. He has become haggard and drawn due to the tremendous stresses placed on him. Well, hang in there, Mr. Squirted Flag. You'll be back to your old self in no time, I'm sure. Poor guy. Hey now, looky here, we have a new book, YouTube. The Mountain Home, Further Musings. A giant stoat parchment quire. Let's take a look. Written on the item is a guide entitled The Mountain Home, Further Musings, authored by Aiden Rocksunk. It concerns the fortress Steelclutches, the grim fortress of conquerors. The writing is excessively ornate, and it is quite self-indulgent. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Fairly bland, really. So far, Aiden has authored a book that was a short story with no particular subject, and then just a book of musings about the fortress here. Well, you gotta start somewhere, I suppose. Keep at it, buddy. Hey, YouTube. Anyone care to tell me why this dwarf's here? This dwarf, right here? Muthcat the Addled, Logamlek. Just dead. Dead in a doorway. It doesn't make any sense. There's no combat or anything, and here she is just dead in a doorway. But seriously though, why is this dwarf here? She was the one that got caught out in the tunnels, getting attacked by those Crundle pieces. And now she's just here, dead in a doorway. Actually, someone's carrying her away at the moment. Of course the mayor is carrying the corpse away. Oh man, YouTube. 69 dwarves. I'll have to assume it was an infection that took her. I mean, I thought she would have been fine. It's been quite some time since that whole tunnel ordeal. And yet there she was. Dead in a doorway. Oh, we have 2 available spots in the owls now. Soon every dwarf in the fortress is going to be the military. And we really are running out of able bodies. Not good. There's 2 beak dog corpses down here in the caves. But why? Doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Why are they here? Beak dog corpse. No, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, you know what? I just meant to... Idiot. I had assigned a bunch of dogs to the pasture, and I must have accidentally assigned a couple of beak dogs to the pasture. Zombie beak dogs. I don't know how there's 2 of them out there. I'm actually going to put all squads on the duty of taking them down. The order is given. Let's take a look around, make sure there's nothing else. That should be it. It still doesn't really make total sense why there are 2 beak dog corpses there. Let's just hope there's no problems before the warriors can get to them. They seem to just be minding their own business at the moment, while this dwarf kind of just panics and runs around over in the corner. And that's fine, just stay over there. Just mind your own business. You don't need to go causing any trouble. Where's the warriors? Here comes a warrior by themselves, and here's another to back them up. One of them's dead. Okay, they're both dead. Still not entirely sure how that came to be, but they're both dead now and mangled. What is going on around here? Starting to remind me of the old days. Just one goddamn incident after the other. Right, and the corpse of the addled dwarf is now safely in a stockpile. Well, almost safely. I'm gonna get that dumped in that little side chamber, just so there can't be any issues. And maybe in the meantime, I'm going to station the owls in here, because I really don't want any more dwarves to die. It's really just become a countdown at this point. I'm not sure exactly what happened just now, YouTube. But it looks like the fortress scholar, Aiden, maybe had an argument with a dirtbeard, And the scholar punched the Dirtbeard a couple times, and the Dirtbeard did not fight back. Currently, the scholar feels regretful after throwing something. Disorderly conduct. The Dirtbeard has accused the fortress scholar. I'll just ignore that for now. Last time I convicted someone of a crime, they got murdered. YouTube, as I was engraving some memorial slabs, I noticed that the 3 dwarves who died so far in this episode all had nicknames. I mean, come on, what are the chances of that? 3 dwarves and nicknames? Oh, that's what it was. The ghost of Rakost One-Ear Aslanvukrig possessed the fortress scholar, causing them to throw a tantrum. Bastard. Good thing I'm getting that memorial slab engraved. Oh, hey now, YouTube. Things just got ugly in the pig pen. Looks like one of the pigs has died and is now turned on the rest of the pigs, who are terrified and running around in a panic. Not too sure why it died in the first place. I'm gonna call it the owls. They're gonna have to deal with this real quick. Get in here, guys. I'm gonna lock up the dog room. It's currently focusing on a piglet, who it is beating the shit out of. Mostly by kicking it. I love this game. So we have a boar zombie kicking the shit out of a piglet in here. Where are the owls? See, it looks like we have all the pigs and piglets just pressed up against the walls, just watching in terror. Owls? Oh, here comes one. Get on over here. I don't know how the hell this piglet's still living. Can't really imagine it's gonna survive this. Oh, look, that soldier he's going home, I guess. Understandable. Okay, someone's in there finally. There we go. And it's dead. Cool. Let's take a look at this poor piglet. His teeth is gone. He's got no more teeth. Neck is torn open. His head is cut open. His head is bruised. He's got a mangled tail, a mangled lung, a mangled heart. I'm pretty sure he's not going to pull through. His guts is mangled beyond recognition. The fact that he's still living at this moment is pretty amazing. Well, hang in there, piggy. He's going to be fine. Alright, now that that's taken care of, I'm curious as to why there's cat blood all over the fortress. Just a trail of cat blood all over the place. Cat blood, dog blood. Interesting. Oh, that poor piglet died. That's a shame. But not entirely unexpected. Would you look at this, YouTube? Those goblins are back in action, it would seem. Another vile force of darkness has arrived. This is like a season after the last siege. And I can see already we have a troll axeman. I assume the leader once more. Eat Tonarinilla, the troll axeman. Her gray fur is extremely long. She's incredibly skinny. Her protruding black eyes are close set. Her somewhat short ears are extraordinarily broad. Her somewhat short head is somewhat broad. Her skin is black. Very interesting. She's armed with a halberd. Very cool. I didn't look at what that last spearman was armed with, but I have to assume he had armor as well. I did not draw him that way. Oh well. Well, it's interesting to see she's wearing armor. We might be in trouble here, YouTube. I have a bunch of my dwarves out here hauling boulders up to this new construction. They're gonna have to get in real quick. We've really yet to put a dent in this lower maze area. There's still corpses all over the damn place. But that's not going to be a problem. We're not going to be using the maze this time. You can see I've already opened up the North Hall. Ready for business. Bring it on, goblins. Fortress lockdown active. Everyone go. Right now. Oh yeah, we got trolls already and they move damn fast. I'm a bit concerned about all these dwarves out here with the boulders. Not good. What can we even do about that? Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm hoping they get there. Come on, guys. I'm sure a bunch of the invaders are going to get stuck in the hall here, but I don't know if I should be counting on that or what. It's looking like we have another big siege here. Fantastic. Come on, you guys. Let's go to the fortress. Oh boy, this is looking really ugly. We've already lost a bunch of dwarves this episode. I don't want to lose anybody else. You know, I'm going to move my squads right outside the main gate here. Oh boys, this might not be smart. I'm gonna put them right here. I think there's a few military dwarves. There's at least 2 military dwarves right here right now, who I'm sure will engage these invaders, give the other dwarves time to escape. There's a few more warriors on the way. Well, there's a troll moving in at one of the civilians. Ugh, we have an artifact. Blah blah blah. It's kind of boring. Not too interested. We got bigger fish to fry, YouTube. This dwarf here has already taken quite a few hits from a troll and is not doing well. His stomach is mangled beyond recognition. Went down like a sack of bricks. Well, luckily we have one warrior moving in, one of the dirt bloods. There's a few more back here, but it's not looking good. Come on, guys, get up there quick. Ugh, we got one military dwarf up there, trying to hold back a wave of trolls. Alright, get in there, soldiers. I see a dead dwarf already. The mangled stomach dirtbeard. Take a look up at the North Hall. There are invaders who have been skewered already. Keep it up, warriors. Hold back the tides. Couple dead trolls. I see a wounded warrior. Got a couple warriors down in this pond here. Hold it together, guys. Just take out these trolls, we can go back to the fort. There's a second dead civilian. Zuthan, a tunneler, I believe. There's another dead warrior down here in the pond, as well as a civilian, and the Owl Lord are down there as well. Looks like there's one warrior taking on about 4, maybe 5, 6 trolls. This is ugly, YouTube. Real ugly. You can see we have some beak dogs moving in. Not terribly great news. Tell you what, I got Fortress locked on currently. A, B, C, D. I'm going to take all the squads off duty. And we've got to get everyone down to the fortress right now. Man, look at these guys, YouTube. There's a whole bunch of them. Luckily, a few have died in the hall already. And will come back as zombies shortly. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. A, B, C, D. I'm gonna keep all the squads out here now. Not an intelligent thing to do, mind you. But we're not cowards here in Delersholid. I mean, we can all agree things are looking pretty bad right now. And we're not going down without a goddamn fight. Got some goblins here, beak dogs. A couple of the beak dogs look to be panicking at the moment. Down to 65 dwarves. There are a good amount of military dwarves there now. You civilians keep goddamn going down into the fortress. Go. Alright, all the beak dogs are dead down here. There's one troll up on this construction. I'm gonna see if I can't get these guys to go back down into the fort. Go ahead, go. Don't fight the damn troll. Get down to the fort or you're all gonna die, damn it. Go get, you damn dwarves. You're a bunch of damn fools. There's a dwarf taking hits here. I'm gonna put Moral's Fist and the owls up here to take care of these enemies and try to get the rest down into the fortress. Oh, we lost that Dirtbeard. Moral's Fist and the owls are fighting at the base of the construction. They just have to kill all this stuff here, then they have a chance of getting down into the fort. Down to 63 dwarves now. It's a beautiful thing to see these professional fighters in combat. They're just like a meat grinder. Nothing survives. Alright, all of the invaders to the south of the construction have died. Once more, all of the warriors are off duty. Go to the fortress, everyone go. Get right now, don't go north at all, it'd be very foolish. Why the hell did someone just end up in the water? Gummy, get out of the water, my man. Oh, zombie beak dogs. The zombies are coming back from this battlefield area. I'm gonna have my warriors take them out real quick. Easy enough. Continue, go to the fortress. Gummy, why are you still in the pond? Show me some effort, dude. You have 46 kills to your name. Get out of that water. Well, it looks like all the invaders are stuck up in the North Hall. They're not getting out of there. Their leader is dead. I can see them down at the southern end of the tunnel. My warriors are still trying to get into the fortress. We've got an owl hammer lagging behind, and Gummy is still down in the pond. Gonna turn them around just to kill these zombies real quick. Gummy, that is not the way you want to go down, my man. Take it from Shem. If you die in a stupid way, you're not getting a memorial. Oh my god, a zombie just came back to life next to him. Oh, it's not looking good for Gummy. The dwarves are almost all into the fortress. Come on, Gummy. Be awesome. At least get out of the water. God damn it, Gummy died. You shall not have died in vain, my friend. Alright, all the dwarves are down into the fortress now. I'm actually going to start closing up gates behind them. I'm going to close up the gates out in the courtyard and the green hall. Looks like the zombies that are coming back are heading up towards the North Hall now. Still a surprising amount of invaders left in the North Hall. And I'll tell you what, they all appear to be in there, so let's close up the North Hall so those rat bastards can't go scurrying back off to their hole. There we are. Alright, the Green Hall gate is closed up. No more invaders can get in. So we're safe from these invaders. Now if we just get that North Hall gate closed up, we can be sure that none will survive. There we go. Closed up. Now we wait. North Hall gate, I love you. Man, that is a beautiful thing when all those spikes come up out of the ground. I'll tell you, YouTube. Oh boy, we're gonna have a whole bunch of zombies to deal with again, aren't we? Well, the majority of invaders up in the North Hall are dying or already dead. Just 6 invaders left. And yes, there's a whole bunch of zombies again. A lot of beak dogs, a lot of trolls, a lot of goblins. Just a single troll left, I believe. You can see all the zombies moving slowly towards their prey. And the siege is over. And the corpses begin their endless patrol of our beautiful fortress grounds. Truly, we are damned, YouTube. 62 dwarves. In a gigantic fortress deep underground. Part of a dying civilization in a world controlled by goblins. Overall, the situation really is not... It's not a good one. And I was hoping we would have put a dent in the goblin forces by now. But they still seem to have quite the grip on this world. How many of them do you think are left? Just hundreds? Thousands, perhaps? More? It could be, I suppose. There's no denying the fact that the fort has run into some pretty dark times now. And you have a decision to make, YouTube. I'm gonna leave it up to you. Option 1. We continue on as we have, till either we kill enough goblins to bring balance to this world, or the goblins finally defeat us. Option 2. We leave the story of Delersholid as kind of an open-ended affair, meaning that I end this fortress right now. and move on to a different project, which I'm sure sounds like a pretty poor deal to a lot of people out there. But we have to remember this isn't a typical video game or a movie or something, and a satisfying ending might not be in our future. The fort could end up just dwindling down to a single dwarf, and that wouldn't be satisfying to anyone. So that's a valid option in my mind, just ending it now and moving on to a different project. And if that was the case, I'd do one more episode, just an overview of the fortress, just so we could take account of our history, the possible future, and maybe a run through of the fort using some sort of a visualizer. Probably Armok Vision, but I tried it out in the past and I couldn't really get it to work that well. Not that that's any fault of Japa, the guy who made it and spent a lot of time on it, but I'm kind of a monkey when it comes to computers, and I really don't think my computer has the right capabilities or something. Maybe I had the wrong settings on, but I suppose I'd take a stab at it anyways if that's what we ended up doing. The third option, and the one I was originally planning to go with, was to end this fortress now, let it retire, but continue on in this same world as an adventurer. A demigod hero sent by Ital, the god of balance, and his mission would be to destroy all of the goblins and bring balance to the world. I think that'd be pretty cool, but as I said before, this isn't an action movie and it could end up being kinda lame. Who really knows? Or I suppose a fourth option just popped up in my mind. I could make a new fortress in this world. That in mind, there are no dragons or crazy creatures I don't think left in this world. Maybe a couple of forgotten beasts that we haven't dealt with yet. It would mostly just be goblins, I would think. But that is an option. So, an overview. Option 1, I continue on as I have, and extend this series until the end of either the goblins or the dwarves. Option 2, I end the series and move on to a new project. Option 3, I start an adventurer in this world and take the fight to the goblins. Or Option 4, I start a new fortress in this world. This is your decision to make, YouTube. I want to see what you think. With that in mind, I'm only going to be looking at comments the day this video comes out, because I want the next video to be done for next week, and I have to start working on it right away. Well, YouTube, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'm very eager to see what you think the next step should be. Happy commenting. I do hope you'll join me next week, but until then, YouTube,